learned how to play Simon Belmont online. That's how good online can be. Still, still trash because your preference is, oh, I'm gonna go on a tangent on this one, but you got a D&D session going.
I mean, you can keep going. I have like, what is it, 1:30? I have like an hour, dude.
Okay, well, while I'm on this menu page, there's a lot of things that I could say. One, I'm okay with the spirit system. Less to what people say. I don't hate it. I actually do like the spirit system. How you get spirits. Ooh, look at this. Do I have money for this?
Okay, so I like the adventure board. I don't like the spirit board. And that's mainly due to the fact that really annoying minigame that happens right after. Like every time you actually clarify, which is really dumb. And I'm kind of glad you can unlock all the spirits you can unlock on the spirit board via adventure.
Right. So
even if they're a bit obnoxious, like the Dr. Wily fight I mentioned earlier.
Yeah. So getting spirits is a very simple thing to do in adventure mode. You just gotta beat them. And the same thing applies when you're trying to just get them through like the method through here, which is the spirit board. But if you lose to them, it takes some time for them to come back. Unless you have like a rematch ticket, which they instantly come back. And even still, when you beat them, you have a chance of getting them by defeating the puppet. But it has this circle shield thing that gets in your way.
That's really dumb.
And when you miss, like, you have to go back and get the spirit again. That is something that I wholeheartedly think should be taken out, because that just destroys like any kind of faith of me getting every spirit. Because what if I did this before, I went against a legendary spirit, and their circle was spinning so fast. Hey, look, a legendary spirit. Their thing was spinning so fast. In fact, I could probably show you. I could show you like right here. Oh, look at that! It's like grab type. Oh, and I need an.
If it's the boss, then I feel so bad for you.
It's a grab type, and I need.
You mentioned legendary grab type. Person that comes to mind is the boss.
Yeah. Well, okay. So I don't know how many minutes I have for him. 14 minutes. Okay, so he'll stick around. So if I went against this Deoxys and actually obtained the Deoxys, beat the Deoxys. However,
which is a grab bag in itself because legendaries offer really bullshit conditions.
Right, and it's really stupid because when you have to go after these legendaries or even aces, their conditions
just as obnoxious.
Yeah, their condition is like, oh well, the floor is poison. You don't have like any floor immunity. What if you didn't have any poison immunity? Or perhaps your freaking controls turn from left to right or right to left, which is I hate that in any game.
I'm so glad I cleared out all of the rank 1 and rank 2 spirits so I can get all the immunities beforehand.
Yeah.
Because trust me, again, the aforementioned boss fight, the entire floor is poisoned. It's a Final Destination style stage, so no platforms, and of course, your opponent has double the stamina you do.
Right. And
so
unless that's another thing. That's like another thing. Like even with the whole you get the spirits, in the spirit board you have that circle thing, and then that legendary, it's going too fast for you to even think about what when to shoot. It's potluck with that one. But when you actually do get like certain spirits, and you use it to your advantage, sometimes the advantage is not all that great, because you go out, get all your immunities, that's great for the floor, but sometimes these computers, they just know what you're going to press. I mean, they obviously know what you're pressing, which makes it a little bit, it just makes it harder for you to get them, because I've faced level 9s in this game, and they're too tough for any casual player ever. They are...
That's kind of sort of true. That was the case in Brawl. I mean not Brawl, in 4. To be fair, in 4, they could read your inputs, and it was really dumb. I did a bit of extensive testing in Ultimate, and it's not so much that they can... Sorry, go on.
I was gonna say, because I faced like pretty much all the level 9 characters in here.
I played around with it. I've also did some research on the outside, and it wasn't so much that they can read your input, it's the fact that you're going up against effectively what is AIs of tournament level players.
Right, and that's the thing. If Nintendo...
Granted, as you mentioned earlier, trying to get regular casual players to do that sort of thing is the most obnoxious thing to do.
Right, and you can't have casual... Like, I wholeheartedly support both the competitive and the casual team. And less to say, I think they should be split up if what they want to do online is different. But, going back to the spirits, they can be very stupid to get. Like, why would I need to fight 8 Mega Men with metal?
The Dr. Wily
and
fight.
like
Exactly.
that is just that's just dumb. That's like too hard for any normal person to go through.
It took me a good like half an hour to do that fight, but holy shit, that fight.
It was horrible. It was horrible, and no matter who it is, it's a horrible situation. So I'm gonna try and fight this Deoxys. Since it's a Mewtwo, so it might be hard as hell because it's a legendary. And frankly, I think they're at level 9 or level 8. So give me a second here. I'm gonna actually try and get it, but I want to show you that damn circle. I'm probably gonna lose.
Okay, I will turn to the stream, but I know what you're talking about. That damn, like I said, I've fought about 1 or 2 legendaries in one, and that damn circle was like the fastest thing.
Yeah. So now it's gonna be like a Deoxys here, right? So what the fuck? I'm already at 100.
Like, I get it. The game gives you.
Oh wait,
okay,
no, I won. Okay, that was fast.
I'm just tuning in.
Look at this. Look at how fast this circle
damn,
is. Are you kidding me? So unless I had a shield spacer, which does this, and a sluggish shield, which does this,
you're not hitting it.
Yeah. So that circle was way too freaking fast for it was just crazy, right? And I mean, look at the rewards. What is this rewards? I got snacks. It takes SP to actually get those use those snacks, which is weird. Why would you use your SP?
I don't know why it takes SP to use snacks, honestly, which bugs the hell out of me, honestly.
Right. So it's like, wait, why am I using SP, my currency, to use just to feed them? The max number of spirit board targets have been increased, of course.
I mean, I also get it. There's Doc Luis's gym in the adventure mode where you can just dump 4 spirits there, come back a week later.
Right.
And then they're back up. But that's kind of that's kind of not the point of this. The point is the fact that it costs money to feed.
Right. And that's what's bad about that's what's bad about the spirits in its own, just to get them and to upgrade them. And nonetheless, I still like the concept of spirits. I would want to make 3D models out of all these guys. I understand the workload about all that, so I can appreciate this.
It's the reason why they're here, not the trophy system.
Right. And adventure mode, take it as you will. I do like World of Light very much so. I like it. I mean, I
enjoy it until you're hunting for the legendary spirits, and then you run into the problem where it's just ridiculous.
And I mean, I love the World of Light, but I love Subspace Emissary more. But between the two, I can understand why they didn't do Subspace Emissary, and I'm very content with World of Light. Now, I do want to move on. Other than the spirits having those problems, let me just say that Smash is fine. It's normal as it always is. However, when you get online, I have a problem. I have a serious problem. First of all, your GSP matters nothing. The only thing it is that it's a gateway into Elite Smash, which I'm in, as you can see. I can do Elite Smash, but why is the threshold first of all, the threshold goes up every day because there are people gaining up there all the time. So
yeah, there are people getting in that area. So once you're in Elite Smash, it's not guaranteed you stay in there unless you're constantly playing online.
Right, and even still, this is a horrible way for anybody to understand what ringing is. This is bad. This is pretty much bad online between casuals and the people who actually want to play the game for fun. Again, I'm all about casuals doing their thing. However, if you're going to go ahead and do a battle arena or try to play with, I don't know, your friend who wants to go online and just do a 1v1, can't just select them on a friend list like you do in, I don't know, Splatoon. And
it's kind of the reason why I restrict a lot of my online fights to friends only.
Right, and you can have friends-only battle arenas, but why not just have, oh, look, my friend's right there, I just want to face him, click on the guy like every other fighting game does, and you can actually go ahead and fight them online.
Them directly.
Yeah.
You have to set up a whole arena for that shit.
You have to go through this setup, you have to be like, oh, this is the arena I want to go through, and even in the arena, if you have multiple people in there, you cannot change your character, no matter what. It's a King of the Hill style kind of thing, when all you want to do is just, battle. What if you want to change your character? No, you have to stay the same character until you either lose or you just jump out of the ring, which that's bad implementation for an arena style kind of thing, or a King of the Hill kind of thing, or multiplayer online playing with your friends kind of thing as a whole. I understand the whole background matchmaking, and I understand that they want only 8 people in the battle arena. They advise only 6, which, again, Nintendo, your online understanding is pretty horrible. You need to find professionals to do your netcoding or something. You need to find professionals.
I mean, you're charging for this option. And,
I paid $20.
I paid money for this shit.
I paid $20, Nintendo. I paid $20. When I pay money to use your online faithfully, I would like to have better online. Nothing changed between Mario Kart, Splatoon, ARMS, none of that changed. And you're saying that we now have to pay for online. Maybe it's for some big project that you have, but you need to get professionals to do your online. Especially when it comes to games like Super Smash Bros., which is one of your best sold games so far because it sold 1.5 million in one day over in Japan.
Wait, did it really? So that much in one day?
Give or take maybe a day or two. Yes, it did. Okay. It sold over 1.5 millions in that past couple of days. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? You have to think about that. If it's that big, you should honestly put a little bit more work when it comes to your online. And I understand that Nintendo doesn't like to have this whole competitive aspect in a lot of their games. But then when you look at Splatoon and Pokken, when they tried to turn that into a competition, they have something. They're obviously trying to say something about like, oh, we're okay as long as it's part of our rules. Nintendo, listen to me. I need you to understand. This preferred rule aspect online is horrible. This is stupid. You need to change it. You got to. I don't understand why I have to put in this preferred thing and then hope to God I get what I want. Because if I have a 4v4 with, items, or I'm doing a 1v1 with timed stock, and it's like a 3-minute timed stock with items, you've really messed it up. Any words, Jehudi? I think he got
No, I'm still here. I was just letting you talk because you really wanted to go on that rant.
Nah, it's a rant because
to be fair, they're trying to invite the competitive community in without actually doing anything for that sort of thing.
That's the thing. That's not how you do it.
It's still like, even for casual play, the game systems are still horribly unoptimized. Like you mentioned, the aforementioned battle arena problem, where despite the fact that you can have up to 8 people, once you get into that ring, you're locked in your selection until you either leave to change the character or leave outright. Which either way, if you want to swap the character out, you're giving up your slot.
Right, and
which is really dumb.
Yeah, like talking about casuals, I feel sad for them when they have to go online, and all of a sudden they're facing like Hungrybox, who's using a Jigglypuff, and they're thinking, oh, we can beat this Jigglypuff, and then the Jigglypuff just like 3-stocks them, and they're like, what was that?
Yeah. The match, like I said, the GSP doesn't mean anything online. It really doesn't. I've talked about the whole aforementioned bad Bowser players online, which I've had plenty of those.
Right.
I've also had tournament level Falcos, tournament level Pikachus, and hell, I had this one really trolly Pichu at really low GSP, which I was very surprised was even in there in the first place.
That's the thing. The GSP should be separated from those who want to play ranked and those who just want to play casually.
So if you want to enjoy games.
Yeah, like if you want to play casually, separate that. For those who really want to show their grit, have a ranked system. You have Elite, which automatically gives you 5 stars. Why not work your way up to that Elite status instead of, oh, you're now in the Elite class? Or, at the very least, give a place for all those who want to do the 1v1s with 3 stocks and, Battlefield and Final Destination and with the 7 minutes to them, and then give the casuals everything else. and separate this whole GSP shenanigans.
It's kind of what 4 did, actually. 4 did it a lot better, in my opinion.
Right. Like,
where it had 2 separate rank classes, Fun and Glory, which,
yeah,
in all honesty, was fantastic, despite the fact that the online netcode was a mess. In fact, worse than it is here.
So they should bring that back. I don't know the excuse why they took away For Glory. For Glory and For Fun was brilliant. They should have just kept that, but they didn't. And this whole GSP would make more sense if it was in the category of For Glory, while you have like maybe no GSP, or maybe you do have GSP for Fun. They kept that in the Fun, but now it's all over the place. So GSP is literally BS. You don't need any of that.
Yeah,
and it's just some things that I think they need to take care of.
The online's a mess.
Online's a mess. The way they get people to get extra characters is a mess, because I swear to God, I had to fight Dark Samus 4 times.
Okay, so the one thing the game doesn't tell you about this, and again, this is multiple things that Smash doesn't tell you about, is that every time you unlock a character, the CPU threshold gets raised.
Right.
And since they're random unlocks, you can have somebody like a level 9 Pichu, as a friend of mine did, as his last unlock, and it was nearly impossible for him to get without cheesing it terribly, or basically learning how to edge guard in one fight. It's kind of ridiculous.
Oh my god, dude.
Which is funny, because the World of Light doesn't have that restriction.
So World of Light does not have that restriction, because you have 3 settings anyway: easy, normal, and hard. But it's still, as you said, it's like when you got up to your last character that you need, why are they impossible to get?
Exactly.
Come on, Nintendo. Okay, so I got a call from one of my friends who, frankly, is younger. And then I got a call, or I was talking with, a couple of kids who were playing the game as well. They were really complaining about the fact that they can't get these last few characters. And I'm asking, why? And it's like, they're too hard to get. And I'm saying, you know what? I understand you fully, because I've had the same problem. And these kids know that I'm actually pretty good at the game. They're saying, wait, you had problems? And I'm like, yeah, I had problems. They just did it wrong this time. They're trying to cater to the people who are hardcore in this game, but do not evaluate the casual crowd who just want to get all the characters, but they have to either do World of Light, which will take several hours, or... Oh yeah,
it's a 40 to 60 hour experience, World of Light.
Right. So I only have I'm near half, or not even near half. I don't have all the characters in World of Light, so it's taking me an extremely long time to get all the characters in there. Or I could keep doing Smash, and when they do pop up and show up, I can fight them, but they're hard. They're hard.
Yeah, exactly. It's really ridiculous to unlock. Granted, I've got at least most of the I've got at least most of World of Light done already. I am working on the far side, and that's that.
Right, and
goddamn, Darren, yeah.
Point
of contention still stands. It's a 40-hour RPG.
Right, that's 40 hours. Yeah, RPG. You could say that again. 40 hours of trying to get characters, kind of like how Subspace Emissary was kind of like maybe 10 hours maybe.
Yeah, it was 10 hours, but everybody came by relatively quickly, and once you got them the first time, they stayed.
So in this case,
characters every other.
So in this case, oh okay. So I'm just gonna speak to the people for this one. Sakurai both lied and told the truth at the same time. He lied by saying all the characters would be a fundamentally easy and growing way to get, but he also told the truth about that because I did it in 5 hours. I did an exploit which allowed me to go through this, which allowed me to get all the characters in 5 hours, but going through World of Light, if you're casual, or you're just smashing in your casual and you get your chance to fight them, but you lose anyway because the computer gets harder and harder every time you get a new character. Every 10 minutes, the door pops up and you can actually go in and re-challenge them, but you might lose to them again, and you have to start this whole timer again, which makes it
10-minute timer begins again.
Yeah, which means that both Sakurai again both lied and told the truth at the same time. It's not a streamlined way if you have to spend like 30 hours to get all the characters, and it's definitely not streamlined if the characters come in that you do want to challenge whoops your ass, and then you have to wait 10 minutes or so or to get another chance at them to find this really obscure small door that pops up in Games and More at the bottom corner that only shows up whenever it wants. So
not even whenever it wants, whenever the game demo feels like you deserve a chance, and even then that's rare.
Right. So, I mean, that's my criticism of the game. Of course, there's a lot more that I want to say about it, but I want to hold off because, to be honest, this is like nothing really there's nothing really I could complain more about. This game, this game has shown me that it's fun, it's great when it.
Yeah, you know, like my only like I said, while I have a complaint with the fact, while I have the issue of the whole character unlocking the online, the game's still fundamentally good.
Right.
Classic mode.
Again, like, yeah, words. More to light, yeah, it can be annoying from time to time, but that's if you're going for 100%. Running through the game normally, you can get everybody and only have to fight maybe 1 or 2 legendaries.